which is Yair Rodriguez and Josh Emmett, who are going to fight for the interim featherweight title.
Which is a fucking pointless ass.
Make-believe title, yeah. I'm not going to lie. That's a make-believe title. Welcome back to the Red Crew. I am Chesco, and here's ET. We are the most reliable people in the Red Crew. That's why we're the only two people here. And we're here to give you a preview.
Facts.
Of UFC 280 what? Hey, 280 what?
I thought I wasn't in this one. I'm not reliable, apparently. 84.
You're not reliable. That has nothing to do with what.
Ask me a question if I'm not reliable.
Yeah, because remember,
UFC 284.
because you can have fun facts.
Fun fact: UFC 284.
Thank you. Can you bring down that fader? That one, yeah. Thank you very much.
See, not reliable though.
You're not.
Obviously.
Anyways, we're gonna preview the fight. Do you know who's fighting this weekend?
Yep. Well, I know the two main fights.
Do you know the other ones?
I can't think of them now.
Our producer may have the card.
Two main fights. It's going to be Islam Makhachev versus Alexander Volkanovski. Before that is Yair Rodriguez versus Josh Emmett. And before that it's going to be JackDella Maddalena versus Randy Brown. Do you want any more?
No.
There's one more.
Well, there's two more, but you can
there's one more in the main card that I see here.
Oh,
and there's
one?
Jimmy Crute versus Alonso Mainfield.
I thought Justin Tafa was fighting.
Not that I can see here.
No?
If he is, it's probably in the preliminary card.
Okay. Anyways, we're going to preview the first two fights, the two main fights, which is Yair Rodriguez and Josh Emmett, who are going to fight for the interim featherweight title.
Which is a fucking pointless ass.
Make-believe title, yeah. I'm not going to lie. That's a make-believe title. I've never seen a title where it's like a precursor of who's going to get beat up by somebody.
Right.
Like, if you win, you get to get beat up by this person.
It's literally like a bitch hold my purse type of title. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no lie.
That's literally what it is, bro.
No lie, it is. It's like it's that division is kind of messed up.
What's the name of the title?
It's the interim featherweight title.
Yeah, I don't get it.
Well, it's the interim because nobody can fight for the featherweight title.
Well, because Volkanovski
is the champion who's gonna go out and try to be a double champ. Now the thing is that everybody knows nobody can beat Volkanovski right now.
Right.
So I think they're kind of spending time to see if somebody comes up and like, because you think there's any chance Yair Rodriguez beats Volkanovski?
No, I don't think so.
And Josh Emmett, he has to get super lucky with like some power punch or something like that to maybe beat him, but there's no way. So they're making that like he said, hold my purse title, and then but let's talk about the featherweight division. What can that division do to actually come up with a contender?
Let them take steroids, bro. I think that's the only solution.
Wouldn't you say that about every division, though?
No. Only this one is help.
This division
This
is
one's
help.
stuck.
They're stuck. It's stuck.
Do you think Volkanovski has a chance against Makhachev?
No, we'll talk about that later. But
because then the next question is, what do you do about the 155 division?
But the 155,
and then you're gonna say you could have him do steroids.
No, because for 155, I wouldn't say stuck.
Yeah, it's not stuck yet. He hasn't.
Like, bro,
not yet, but potentially Makhachev has a big advantage.
You don't know what Islam is made of.
Not yet, but if he's anything like
we know what. Look, bro. The reason why you're wrong is because we know what Alex Volkanovski is made of.
He's had it since 2019.
Okay, we don't know what the fuck Islam is made of. He hasn't had one defense title, bro.
No, and this is why the featherweight division is stuck. Why? Because Holloway already proved he can't beat Volkanovski.
And nobody can beat
and nobody's proven they can beat Holloway. Not only you can't beat the champion, you can't beat the second guy. Okay. So it's like that's why it's stuck. Like
makes sense.
It's really stuck. Now the 55 division might be stuck too, but we gotta see some more time. Like we gotta see some more time because everybody proved they can't beat Oliveira already. So
it all depends if they can beat.
Who knows, bro? Oliveira might come back. Maybe Dariush might. There's upcoming ones, bro. That
there's better matchups in the 155 division. Like Dariush is a wrestler, so it makes sense. Like there's better matchups, and 155 is just that division where I don't know if you agree with me. It's like the average human.
You're gonna have to explain that one.
I think like the average human weighs around 180 pounds.
Oh, okay. Average. Okay. Yeah, I guess so.
The average human weighs around 180 pounds, so you're gonna get more talent there.
Okay.
Constantly more people. 180 pounds get cut to 155. So,
I think I would say 170 is more their
170
natural.
That's why those divisions are always so stacked.
Yeah.
And because 170, that's where GSP and all those guys, like 170, 155 are like the average human. Like the 5'8" to 6 foot.
Average, yeah.
The average human.
Yeah.
That's why it's a surprise the 135 division is so stacked right now. Like, the 135 division is the scariest division in the UFC.
That is one scary ass fucking division.
Like, when you go down to the top 10, you're like, yo, can I beat the top 10, 11, 12? Because top 10, who are we talking about? We're talking about
Peter Yan, Aljamain Sterling.
No, I say he's still top 5, right?
Oh, you're talking about...
I'm talking like the bottom low. Like, I think we're talking...
Corey
Sandhagen's, the Dominic Cruz's, the Munoz, those guys are no joke.
Doug Nasty, yeah.
Yes, those guys are no joke. Like, and to get into the top 10, forget the top. Like, that division is crazy. But yeah, the 45 division, maybe that's the only way. But the thing is that the 135ers are too small. What 135er would you say can go up and fight Volkanovski?
Nobody, bro.
Nobody, right?
It's because Volkanovski is he's that dude, bro. He's a complete fighter. He's one of my favorite fighters. He's a very complete fighter. You can almost compare him to like another champion.
Who could do everything?
Like a shorter version of Jones? Right? Like
you're not wrong, but you're not wrong, but that's
far-fetched, right? Stylistically, I'm talking about, right? John Jones was very long. Yeah. He was very tall, you know, right? Volkanovski is just that complete fighter, bro.
You know who's not a bad, but I was gonna say Khabib, but
no, because Khabib,
you know who? Henry Cejudo, but a bigger Henry Cejudo.
Yeah.
A TJ Dillashaw.
No.
A bigger TJ Dillashaw, I think.
No, TJ Dillashaw wrestling is nowhere near his.
Yeah.
Nowhere near. I would go more with Henry Cejudo.
Henry Cejudo.
I just don't think we had enough time to watch Henry Cejudo as well. He's one of those dudes that, the conversation is gonna be that
I wouldn't say GSP, but again, I don't want to go so far.
Yeah.
Like, cause I want to revisit this conversation with you. Remember when we went through the divisions? I think we had it like a year and a half ago. Something like, who is the GOAT of every division? Has the 45 division changed? Has any division changed? Okay, let's start with, I don't think 125 has changed. It's still Demetrius Johnson, right?
Demetrius Johnson, okay.
Right?
Either Demetrius or, well, I don't know if you want to put Henry up there.
125? He never even defended the belt.
Well, that's true. He just went down one, and you're right. Okay.
He never even defended the belt. And I think 135 hasn't changed either.
Cruz?
I think TJ had a chance, but he lost, and so I think Cruz stays there. Right?
That's fair. Or Jose.
Jose Aldo? He never had the title. Cruz had it twice.
Okay.
Yeah, so 45 is where it's like...
Volkanovski, hands down.
I think so. Now, we forget what Jose Aldo did. Like, Jose Aldo did what Volkanovski's doing. Yeah. He had it for years. Until Max Holloway came out. Max Holloway won 15 in a row. And all that entire time... Jose Aldo had it.
Yeah, McGregor came back and beat him.
McGregor beat him, never defended
once,
it. Yeah. And then Jose Aldo won it twice as well.
Yeah.
So, but I'm with you. Volkanovski might be it.
McGregor couldn't come down to 145 and do what he did to Jose to Volkanovski.
But Jose Aldo did it for years in 2 different corporations.
Yeah, but I was still... correct me if I'm wrong. Did they ever fight?
Who?
Volkanovski and Jose?
I don't think so. Maybe.
I don't think
so. Maybe at the end of his 45 career. Maybe.
But, bro, Volkanovski would have murdered that guy.
Yeah, he never got him at his peak. The question is, could he do it at his peak?
I think so easily. He would have just thrown him to the ground.
He's an incredible... He was a beast on the ground. Chad Mendes gave Volkanovski the hardest fight he's had before Holloway.
So Volkanovski did fight Jose Aldo at UFC 237, and Volkanovski did win.
Yeah. So
was it about like a
decision.
Ass beating?
No, it was decision. Third round.
Decision. That's what I mean. Like, and the thing is, it's hard to compare eras, right? Because they're even though Jose Aldo is relatively young, the guy's retired already because he's fought since he was basically a kid. So I don't want to compare him like when Jose Aldo.
Well, he's fighting with no, he's not. He's fighting at your boy's thingy.
Oh, he's coming
Yeah,
back?
so he's retired from the UFC. No, he's retired from the UFC.
Oh, he didn't retire from MMA.
No, he's fighting at this guy. What's his name?
Oh, but that's not MMA.
Is it? It's not.
No, it's bare knuckle boxing.
Oh, it's bare knuckle boxing.
What?
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought it was UFC.
Oh, that's crazy. I didn't know he was doing that.
Yeah, he's actually fighting. He's fighting. Like he has nothing but old ass dudes fighting. Like he has Roy Jones fighting.
Roy Jones is fighting?
Yeah.
Yo, that's a big name. Good job.
Yeah, Roy Jones Jr. fighting. What? I'm.
Is famous?
Yeah, he's like.
Can you look it up, please?
He's a GOAT. Like he's a legend.
But yeah, talking about well, yeah, obviously, even if Jose Aldo is fighting, he's past his prime, way past his prime. So
because it was see Roy Jones Jr. Jeremy Stevens. So it's Jose Aldo versus Jeremy Stevens, Anthony Pettis versus Roy Jones Jr.
Yo, that's not a bad fight, Jose Aldo versus Jeremy Stevens. Is it? Does it say if it's bare knuckle?
I'm not sure. I don't know what the rules are.
Anyways, that's not a terrible fight. I didn't know Jeremy Stevens was out of the UFC.
I mean, that's one old ass dude, bro.
How old is Jeremy Stevens?
Not sure, but he's
yeah. Anyways, 155. It's still
155 is an exciting ass fucking division, bro. It's not stuck by any means. I think, bro. Of course, Islam is great. There's no doubt that Islam is good, right? And he's above good. Like
very good. Yeah.
He's very good. He's very talented. But let's not put him. Let's not ride him the same way that fans rode Khabib, right? They had Khabib as a GOAT with only like 2 or 4. Like whenever he barely had like 2 title defenses. You know what I mean? And then fighting a whole bunch of nobodies prior to defending his title for like the second time. Like Islam just won, bro. People want to put him as on a pedestal as Khabib.
Is it even though I think Khabib on his way up had a better resume than Islam has. Like, I get you. I don't think that he be like championship level fighters, but he be very good fighters. And Islam, like, his resume is just not very good.
No, his resume is non-existent, bro.
Because Khabib beat. I get Michael Johnson is not a championship level fighter, but he's a very good fighter. But
who didn't beat Michael Johnson?
You know who didn't beat? That's a good. And the way to answer that is that all champions beat Michael Johnson,
and non-champions too. Justin Gaethje beat the fuck out of Michael Johnson.
I'm sorry. Let me say, all championship level, like top 5, Those are the guys who beat Michael Johnson. Top 5, top 10. If you're below that, you don't beat Michael Johnson at that time. At that time, you don't beat Michael Johnson. Islam doesn't even have like a Michael Johnson on his. Edson Barboza, like those guys aren't. Those are the top 15, top 8 to top 13.
The only person he has on his resume right now is a very good one is Charles Oliveira.
Charles Oliveira, exactly. But the way he beat him is what has us here, because he beat him in a dominant fashion.
Hooker, right?
Dan Hooker, yeah, Dan Hooker. Dan Hooker is probably his Michael Johnson. Like, maybe, yeah. Dan Hooker is probably his Michael Johnson. So, it's and a guy who made 145, by the way. And Islam is a big guy. So, but yeah, Dan Hooker's probably his biggest name outside of Oliveira. And no, he beat Thiago Alves. He beat good guys. But you're never ever gonna be saying, "Hey, yo, Thiago Alves might be a champion." You said that one day about Michael Johnson. You said it one day about Edson Barboza. I don't think you ever said that about Thiago Alves. Now we agree that Michael Johnson and Edson Barboza will not be champions anymore. But at that time when they were coming up, like a good example is what we always use of Donald Cerrone. There is a point when you beat Donald Cerrone then, and when you beat him now, there's a difference.
Of course,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So there's guys who beat him. Everybody has Donald Cerrone on their resume, but it's like, when did you beat him? Did you beat him pre Justin Gaethje? Probably. If you beat him pre Justin Gaethje, you're like, okay, you beat a real Donald Cerrone. If you beat him after that, you probably didn't. So that's I think the best way to explain it.
I think Islam has a lot of hard fights coming up, bro. I think Islam does. I think Islam, he's gonna have to fight Charles. Who's Charles fighting? He's already booked for somebody.
Oh, he is?
Yeah, he's already booked.
Yet.
Yep. Well, while we get that right, Charles rematch is going to be a tough one. It's going to be, I believe it's not going to be as easy as the first one. I think even if he fights Poirier
and Gaethje is the ones that I'm like, the MMA math might not work. Because both Poirier and Gaethje, the problem is,
I think he beats Gaethje easily.
You think so?
Easily, like easily, bro. Now Poirier, I think Poirier will give him a problem. He's just more experienced. He's smarter. His IQ in fighting is just much better.
Boxer, like,
you know,
Dustin Poirier is just a hell of a boxer.
Dariush,
and Dariush, the question's on the ground. Like, see who's that good on the ground.
So they're gonna be standing up.
But Islam looked good on the feet versus Oliveira, which I know doesn't mean much necessarily. And that's a lot of questions. I'm with you. The 155 division is not stuck. Now the question is, does Volkanovski have a chance? Actually, no. Before we move on there, the 145 division. Who do you have winning this fight? Emmett or
Yair?
I have Yair too. Now Emmett's just more powerful.
That's it.
The problem that Emmett hits you, the fight could be done.
Yeah, nah, bro. He's knocking out Yair, bro.
I don't think he's knocking him out either. I think Yair wins. If the fight goes the distance, there's no doubt who won it. I think. But if there's a knockout, I think there's no doubt who won it either. Like, and that's Josh Emmett. I don't think Yair Rodriguez can knock out Josh Emmett. Like, but it's not a bad fight.
TKO. I don't think he'll knock him out, but I think he can. Like TKO, I think he can stop him.
Maybe, but I don't think it's a bad fight. Josh Emmett and Yair Rodriguez is not a bad fight.
Should be exciting.
It's a very good fight. The thing is just it seems less meaningful.
Like, what's the point? You know what I mean?
It seems less meaningful. Like, it's just, but it'll be nice to have another Mexican champion. They'll be on a roll.
Absolutely.
There'll be two.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so now the question is, does Volkanovski have a chance?
Does Volkanovski have a chance? I think so. I think if he is able to stuff Islam and get Islam to have to fight him on the feet.
Yeah, he has to have his takedown defense real.
I heard of that, and I think that's the biggest problem. I don't think that anybody's gonna be able. Those guys, you can't stuff them. Now the question, I never forget this, and I think Dominic Cruz said it when they were like, "How do you prepare for Khabib?" And he says, "I think the biggest mistake people make with Khabib is, I can't let him take me down. I can't let him take me down. I can't let him take me down." And he's like, "That guy's always gonna take you down. The problem is, can you get up? If you can get up, then that's something he's never dealt with." Like,
but it's so easy.
No, and that's the thing. Like, it's easier said than done. Obviously,
you're talking about a 135er saying that about a 155er.
No, like, not that he would do it. I mean,
no, I understand, but it's so easy for somebody who's never gonna have to do that.
Yeah.
Bro, if Khabib takes you down, the reason why it's so, like, I get the point that he's trying to make, but it's like it's so stupid because by that, if he takes you down, you're stuck. Everybody knows that.
That's the thing, and I think. I heard Volkanovski say, like, I'm working on my takedown defense. I don't think he's going to be able to stuff this guy for 5 rounds.
But have you seen, like, I get it, bro, but what if Volkanovski gets him down? Right? Nobody's thought about it. What if he shoots first? You never know that. Like, you're like, oh, yeah, bro, but he's very dangerous. That would
be a good change.
Like, he would be dangerous. We don't know if Islam is good on his back.
Yeah, we don't know that.
We don't know that. Nobody has taken him down.
That's a good point.
Right? Why did he beat Oliveira so easily? Because Oliveira waited for him down there. He said he ain't coming. He came and beat him like that.
Yeah.
You see what I mean? Like, bro, I think now the only problem is the height to me. And in those type where wrestling matters, I think that if your level, like if your technique, you understand what I'm trying to say? Like if your
it's experience
skill,
too.
exactly. If your skill is matched, I think the height is gonna help you.
And
you know,
I give you that, and I don't think the skills will be matched. I'm not saying that Volkanovski's not a good wrestler. He is a very good wrestler. This guy, that's just what he does. Like, there's differences. Like, it's a different. For example, any good boxer in the UFC, who's the best boxer in the UFC? It might be Poirier. Like, you go put him against a boxer, the skills are not gonna be leveled. It don't matter how good of a boxer you are. Like, when you go and you box a boxer is just gonna be better than you, right?
Right.
So. I'm not saying Volkanovski. That guy's just gonna be better at wrestling because that's what they do. And so if this turns into, the only chance he has is that he outclasses him on the feet, which he has a possibility of doing.
Yeah, Oh yeah.
He has a possibility of doing just outclassing him on the feet, where he keeps him so far away and sees the shots coming so easily that it's like, yo, he's not gonna be able to get him down because he sees everything. And Volkanovski is a freaking wizard on the feet, like, and I think the difference on the feet is just as much as the difference on the
Ground, yeah.
on the ground. But everybody thinks that since he's bigger and you know he's gonna get him down. You're right. If he doesn't get him down, there's no way that Islam wins that fight.
Right.
But to me, it's far fetched that anybody thinks that Islam's not gonna get him down.
I agree. But I think it's because, like, you know, like whenever I know it's just, again, so far fetched because the level of skill is just different. But remember when DC fought Jones? There was a lot of Jones hater out there, right? DC's just a likable guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
The first time, there were a lot of people, I think, were rooting for DC. What were they saying? DC just has to get him down. DC has to get him down and keep him there. How can DC not get him down? Right? And what happened?
Jones has everything.
Right.
Yeah.
And I know it's different. I know.
Jones has everything. It's probably the GOAT, like the best ever. So.
Yeah. Like, to me, like, again, like the comparison of Khabib being the GOAT to me is hands down no. It's a no.
No, it's John Jones.
It's John Jones.
The only thing that hurts John Jones is the drug.
The tainted
drug
fucking.
How much time are we in?
28 minutes.
All right, so we're gonna wrap that up.
So to summarize, who do you got for Josh Emmett versus Yair Rodriguez?
I got Yair Rodriguez.
Mexican pride, baby.
All right, and Islam Makhachev versus Alexander Volkanovski.
I would want. What do you want?
Speak to the mic. Speak to the mic, bro.
He has it. Give it to me. Ray is here, people.
It's gonna be Islam for sure. Hi guys.
Is he on camera?
It's Islam.
There you go. Now you are.
Hey guys, it's gonna be Islam for sure. I got my money on Islam, bro.
Yeah.
Look, I got my money on Islam. I would want it to be Volkanovski, but it's gonna be Islam.
I go for my boy Alex. Alex Volkanovski.
Nah, see, he's moving up a weight class when he's already used to fighting in that weight class. It's just gonna be bad.
You want to talk about this? Should have showed up on time. All right. Hey, if y'all want to watch,
I did show up on time. I'm just in time to talk about this.
Hey, if y'all want to watch it, follow us on Twitter, follow us on TikTok, and we'll be telling you how you watch this fight for free. All right, and we're putting out something right after the fight too. So please follow us, follow our TikTok, follow our Instagram, subscribe. Peace.